Hey guys, Fly Girl Fitness, Fly Girl VSG coming into you with my year 3 Q&A video. Thank you so much for everybody who put questions in. I think it was about a week and a half ago, and I just really haven't had the time or the energy to put together the video, but it's been on my mind, so I am here, I'm doing it, I'm all made up for you guys. I'm actually experimenting with my holiday makeup, and I know how to do my makeup like one way, kind of two ways. So today was a stretch to try to do. I was doing a gold look. So anyway, it's okay. So my 3-year surgery was December 5th. I had surgery in December 5th, 2013. So that would be 3 years. Just to give you the stats to start with, and then I'll just jump right into the questions because it's really the only update that I've got, and I haven't really thought about these questions, so I'm totally winging it, so I'm sorry if they're not as thoughtful as maybe you'd prefer. I usually find that answering them off the cuff is just less stressful than making notes. Plus then you get my gut reaction. So December 5th, 2013, my 2-week pre-op diet, which started just before Thanksgiving 2013, I was at 301.2. My highest weight was 319. Highest recorded weight was 319. And that was probably about 2006 or 7. I was, and then I maintained between 265 and 290 most of my adult life after that. 301.2 2-week pre-op diet because I knew it was coming, so I was like eating a bunch of stuff. It was terrible. Weight and day of surgery at 291.8, and my lowest weight was in May of 2015 at 181.2. My weight as of today is 220. I saw 218.6 on the scale yesterday, but I had pizza last night, which is not on the Whole30, and I haven't had dairy in a couple weeks, and I drank at a party on Saturday. So all of that combined probably has a little bloat and some gain with that. So I'm just going to say I'm 220 as of now, which is just under a 40-pound regain. I haven't ever gotten to goal. My goal was 160. I was kind of shooting for 150. I would have been fine at 170. I never got there. That's not to say I won't, but that's where I'm at right now. So it's been a challenging time for me, especially as I'm dealing with my 3rd year surgery being like, feeling like a failure. I know I made a very dramatic post last week about it and feeling like a failure and a fraud and all that stuff because I still come into you guys every week and I still talk to you and I'm still telling my story. And on one hand, it's like I feel like I have nothing decent really to offer. I'm struggling every day, every minute of every day. I am not in a space when it comes to the surgery and my results and my habits. That is not on my mind all the time. But on the other hand, I feel like a lot of people who regain don't talk about it, or they only talk about getting to goal and then they stop talking about the day-to-day struggle of being 2-3+ years out. God bless Tanya O'Rourke, I got to tell you, and Lauren, for continuing to just make the videos, and Christy Blake too. Gosh, I've been loving catching up on her. And she's doing keto to lose her regain, and she and Tanya both have done that, and they're kicking ass, and taking names. And so they're, the 3 of them and Lauren, just continue to inspire me every day. And I just think, their story hasn't always been roses and sunshine, and mine isn't either. And so I don't know. Anyway, I'm verbally vomiting. So I'm just going to jump into the questions. I have like 13. So depending on how long I go, I may split this up into 2 videos because nobody wants to sit and watch a 45-minute video of me talking at you. But look at my nails. You guys, I did that myself. Holy shit, right? How cute is that? So fun. Okay. So jumping right in, Catherine Dadson asked, I want to give credit where credit is due for the people who were thoughtful enough to leave questions. So she says, how do you get inspired with ideas for new videos? What keeps you motivated to make videos 3 years later? And she says, I feel like I've said all I can say and hit a blank wall every time I try to make one. Well, for me, I was never, I mean, not that I haven't done themed videos, but my reason for making videos was really more accountability and consistency. It wasn't so much like I have anything really valuable to say. So I have done themed videos. I've done Q&A videos. I've done relationship, I mean, I've done videos that have like a specific topic, but mostly it's like, hey, this is what I've been up to this week. This is where I've succeeded. This is where I've failed or struggled. I don't want to say failed. This is where I'm at. And on one hand, it keeps me accountable to come in and try to, because honestly, like if I didn't make videos, if I didn't have to come and look at you in the face at myself, but via the camera, at you every week, like I think I'd be in a lot worse shape actually, because it devastates me to have to come on here and be like, I'm 220. It's horrible to me to swallow that, But at the same time, if I didn't have to do it, I might be 230, or I don't know. I mean, I can't say obviously, but for sure. But I feel like it does keep me accountable and consistent. So for me, it's just like my general update. I mean, Catherine, you've been watching me. It's not, I don't really have themed videos. I mean, I do my clothing hauls and same as Lauren, I guess, but I don't often have just like a specific topic of the week. I wish I did. I feel like I'd be way more interesting, but, and I'm open to suggestion. If anybody wants to see certain topics and have me talk about them, I certainly can. But in general, I just kind of feel like this is my update, and I make the videos more for me than anyone else. And if anybody else identifies with any one thing I've said and feels like they're not alone or inspired or motivated to not be like me or whatever, then I've helped one person, and I'm continuing to get so much from watching videos as well. I don't watch as much videos hours per week as I used to in the beginning, and especially pre-op in my first year, but I follow my regular people, and I continue to get insight. And sorry, my husband's calling. So cute. Do you guys hear that? It's the my ringtone is "Marry Me" by Bruno Mars. Nailed it. I'm a terrible human being. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Catherine. I don't think that you have to have a theme. I think just, talk about what you're going through that week. Talk about what you're going through that month if you don't make it every week. For me, I'm at 3 years out now, may not make videos every week. I may cut back to once a month. I'm just going to kind of wing that just because I feel like I've said all I need to say from advice standpoint, I guess. But on the other hand, I'm still really struggling, and I kind of need it too. I do it for me too. So anyway, thanks, Catherine, for the question, though. I appreciate it. Jessica Rose asks, why are you so awesome? And it's really hard to answer that. And what keeps you going when the going gets tough? I know it's harder for me to lose at this point and easier to gain. So what needs to happen for you to reel it in again and get back on track? Looking for some words of wisdom. Oh, Jessica. I feel like if I had the perfect answer to that question, I wouldn't be where I am right now. First of all, why am I so awesome? Thank you. That's very sweet. I don't know. It just is. I was born this way, as Lady Gaga would say. What keeps me going when the going gets tough? Normally I give myself a certain amount of time to wallow, right? And then I just fake it till I make it. The last few months, I've not been that way. I have been legitimately depressed, in a way that I haven't felt, certainly since the surgery. Normally when I'm depressed for like a week or 10 days, or, where I'm just like that certain amount of lethargic and unmotivated and blue, not any, maybe it's PMS related, or, not any one thing that causes that. But since the wedding, there was a definite, like, probably about 2-3 weeks after the wedding, I hit a dip, and I hadn't been able to get myself out of it. Now, from a mood perspective, I feel like that has gotten better, meaning that, like, my attitude in general is better. It's easier for me to smile and laugh and, like, reach out to people. I'm not just sitting in a bubble being like, eh. But from a diet, fitness, food, drink perspective, I'm still having a really hard time. So what I'm doing and what I've done is the first year after surgery, I was definitely in the honeymoon phase, right? So I ate and drank whatever the fuck I wanted over the holidays, and there was no repercussion. I didn't lose weight over the holidays, but I didn't gain. Last year, I put on, between Thanksgiving and New Year's, I put on probably 12 pounds, 10 pounds. I had gained weight already from some medical issues. If you guys watch my videos, you know all about that. But over the holidays, the extra 10 pounds I put on were like I gained 12 or 13 pounds from medical stuff, started to lose it, dropped 5, and then put on another 12. So I was just about a 20-pound regain. I clocked in at 209, the day after New Year's Day, right? So, that was all me. Like, I started the holidays at like 193 or something, or 195 maybe. And then I gained 14 pounds in 2 months, like a month and a half, like all me. So this is a really long answer, but this year I didn't care. I mean, I care, but my goal this year was not to lose weight over the holidays. My goal was to stopgap any potential damage that the holidays can cause me, because I am guilty of it as anyone else. So I've done a couple of things. One, I did not make fudge this year. I'm not baking at all. Every year for many, many years past, I make fudge for everyone. Even if it's weight loss surgery people and it's just like 3 pieces, I make fudge for everyone. But what that means is that I'm licking the spoon, and I keep some around the house, and we'll eat a piece here and there. I don't eat a lot of it, but 1 piece is enough. Like, it's a lot, right? So, I started doing the Whole30 the Monday after Thanksgiving, which has done a couple of things. I have not been perfect on the Whole30, but I have cut down my dairy, which is a lot because I'm a little dairy sensitive, so I end up bloating and holding on weight just by eating it. I have cut down on my alcohol intake, which is a huge issue for me in terms of not just from like I drink too much perspective, but also like I eat more. I'm not as sensitive to my restriction when I'm drinking. I'm more prone to making poor eating choices when I'm drinking. Drinking is liquid calories. It's easy to get down. I can put away a bottle of wine, and that's 600 calories for a whole bottle of wine. It's fucked up. Like, that's half my day allowance. My goal is usually 1,300 calories, 1,250, 1,300 calories. Drinking, having half of that in alcohol is just a stupid choice. So I've been able to cut that down and just be more aware of like cutting sugars, because I was right after the wedding, I was eating a ton of candy. And I have put on, I weighed in on the day of my wedding at 209. Which is, unfortunate that I didn't really lose weight this year, but also, I did, I lost and gained, but also that, I hadn't really overall gained, but since the wedding, 209 on October 7th, and now, 2 months later, I'm at 220. That's 11 pounds in 2 months, 12 pounds. And I'm 5 pounds down. I've seen 225. So, my whole premise, Jessica, is fake it till you make it. I have had a lot harder of a time doing that the last couple of months than previously. My attempt at Whole30 was to stopgap further damage, and then of course get back into the gym, which I started to do, and then I got a really bad cold, and I've been sick for like a week and a half, so I haven't been back to the gym. Probably soon this week, but still congested, and I do not like working out when I feel sick. But so I'm all about fake it till you make it. It's like, if I don't feel like going to the gym, just fucking go. 10 minutes. Go to the gym. Walk. It was like, I heard this story, and I don't know where it came from, actually. It might have been actually somebody in the community. I don't know. But, they wanted to go to the gym. They wanted to be a gym person, but they just didn't have it, like, just weren't motivated, right? And so, like, they're the small habits. And so every day for a month, they put their gym clothes on. That's it. That's all they did. Every day for the second month, they drove to the gym and turned around and went home. Every day for a month, they went into the gym and turned around and went home. Like, just getting to the point where those are habitual things for them. And finally, like 4 months later, they're working out, like doing just 10 minutes or whatever. So for me, it's just like go in there, do 10 minutes. If you want to leave after 10 minutes, do it. But I never want to leave after 10, very rarely. I'm like, fuck this shit. Like I usually am like, okay, I'm in it. I'm just going to go. So, um, yeah, I mean, it's sometimes you need to rally. Sometimes also depending on the community to, and this has happened to me several times, especially in the last few months where I have felt like I can't carry myself, and my supporters and my friends and the people who know me best through watching my YouTube videos and socializing with me and interacting with me online carry me when I can't carry myself. And it matters. It makes a difference for me because I know that other people believe in me when I can't believe in myself. And I know that that's cheesy, but it works for me. I mean, it doesn't get me to, say no to the candy versus a piece of fruit, but it's in the back of my mind being like, I deserve better than this. I'm better than this, that sort of thing. So, anyway, Jessica, I know that's a really long, like 8-minute answer to that question, and I hope it helps, but sometimes I don't know. Sometimes, sometimes I can't get there. Sometimes I can't figure out what it is to kickstart me. But I will say this, when I saw 225 on that scale, I was so angry, and I was like, I am not okay with this. I don't know. I would have thought it would have happened sooner, and I have been frustrated and angry and sad. But when I saw that, I was like, this is not okay. Like I am a quarter of the way back into, I do not want to be 300 pounds. I do not want to be 250. I do not want to be 225. So it's lit a fire, not enough of a fire for me to like give up all the things, right? But enough of a fire for me to be like, no more gain this year. None, zero. And I'll readdress and make a plan for, New Year's. So that's it. Okay. I'll probably do one more question and then start another video because I don't want to go too long. I'm super sorry. Kika Bugerney Holiday asks, how do you feel about not being at goal? Have you made a new goal, or will you just let your body find where it's most comfortable and let that be your goal? Great question. I feel like shit about not being at my goal. I feel terrible. I feel, I've had a lot of friends, especially personal friends I know that had surgery, since I have, who have admitted to me that they don't like watching the online forums because they get really jealous of other people who get to goal like in their first year, and neither them or myself are at goal. And that they're like, I can't even be involved in the group because I'm so jealous. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Like it's a good group or whatever. And I never felt that way. I would be like, oh, that's so awesome. Good for them. I'm starting to feel that way now though, because here I am 3 years out. It's totally my fault. It's not their fault. And I'm like, they're at goal and they're only 13 months into this. I'm like, God damn it, I never got there. And if I had to do it all over again, I would do it differently. I would. But I can't. It is what it is. So I feel terrible about it. But I also, most of the time, again, the last few months being the exception, is I don't make a lot of time or room in my life to wallow in what was or what has been. I can only look at today, which I don't win a lot of days. I don't. And some days I do, Coffee. How have I made a new goal? My goal's the same, honestly. Like, I'd love to be 150. I really want 160. If I got to 175, I would be totally fine with that. I do not feel like my body is meant to be 200 pounds. But I have been over 200 pounds since I was 19, probably 19 and a half. So its set point is very different than mine. and it's hard. It's really hard. But yeah, so my goals are the same. But I think I have a little bit more flexibility. I still really want plastics. The idea of living my whole life with these arms, if I never had my stomach or boobs done, I could probably live with that. But I really, really, really want my arms done. I have very large arms. And even though right now they're large and kind of full, at 180, they were just empty bags of skin, and it's not disgusting in general, but for me, it's difficult for me to handle. I do not like it. So, but I am not going to do that right now. I'm not going to do that at 220 and then still try to lose weight. I think I was looking at plastics options back at 180. And there's a question about this, and I'll get to it in more detail, but I think I would consider doing it now around 175. I would, but I'm not thinking about it at all until I get there. But that is a primary motivator for sure. Yeah, I'm not going to just let my body find out where it's at, because like I'm not trying hard enough to know where that is. Like, I think if I can think about a donut and put on 5 pounds. Like, my body is not my friend most of the time. If I take care of it, it doesn't always take care of me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to leave it up to it. It's up to me. That's how I feel. Okay. Oh, and Kiki also asks, I'm sorry. Also, I know you have gained some weight back, but how have you managed to not gain all your weight back? I don't know, because it's too soon to tell. Like, I've been putting on weight for a year and a half, up and down, up and down. And then of course, I've had 3 major momentous, like, serious gains. With the medical stuff, I gained about 15 pounds, lost 5 over the holidays, gained 15 last year. And then after the wedding, gained, another fucking almost 20, like 15 pounds. So they've been like significant, like stay, up, down, up, stay, up, down, up. And I think that could go on forever if I don't make some serious changes. And most of that involves sugar and alcohol, to be honest. So, did I tell you guys I have my 3-year post-op appointment next the week between Christmas and New Year's? I'm not excited about that, not one bit. Okay, well, I am 20 minutes in, and I know my personal attention span. I am going to come back to you in 1 minute with a second video, possibly even a third, based on the fact that I'm only 3 questions in. And I'm verbose. I apologize. I'm not very good at answering questions shortly, in a short amount of time. Okay, so I'll be back. Stay tuned.